So today I'd like to start with like a school supplies haul and just give you some tips on like what my organization tips and like school supplies that are really helpful to me. And you might ask like what qualifies you for this, and I'm not bragging, and I don't want to come off as braggy at all. But I would like to say that I do have a 4.5 GPA and I do work super hard, and I'd really like everybody to have an opportunity to do really well in school, and I think that I can help with that, give you some organization tips and just school supplies that are really helpful. Organization videos will be coming up soon whenever I actually get back into school, because I don't start until the 21st of August. But I do have my supplies, and I'd kind of like to share with you like what I like and what I always get. So yeah, this is just a school supplies haul and maybe some tips. So first I'd like to start out with my favorite pens. These are my absolute favorite pens. They are the Papermate marker pens, and I really like them. They aren't your typical ballpoint pen. They're just they're literally like markers, and I really like them. They make your handwriting look nice, and it looks really organized, so I really like these. Then I also just got some colors in those marker pens. I don't know, I liked them. They're colorful, and I can use them in like color coding stuff like I like to do. I do love color coding, and I'd like to maybe use them in my planner, which I'll show you. So then I can do like pink for study, green for homework, turn in, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah. And then I have these Sharpie markers. They're metallic, and they're to write on my notebooks, you know, like label them my name and stuff. And I thought they'd look cuter than just regular Sharpies. And then I have whiteout. I love whiteout because I don't really use pen enough to have to use whiteout too often on things to turn in. But I have noticed, because I usually just use pen in like my notes, but I have noticed that people are always like asking for whiteout. Like last year in biology, all my friends would be like, hey, do you have whiteout? Because I'm like on this lab and I'm using pen, and you know, you have to do lots of math in labs. And so I was like, yeah, I have whiteout, and I was usually the only one that had it. So it's really handy to have. And then my favorite pencils by Bic. They're just cheap mechanical pencils, because I don't really like wood pencils because they like hurt my fingers. I always have some though, because if you do like standardized testing, you need them. But these are okay for just Scantrons in the classroom, and I like them. They're just cheap. I think they're only like $2 at Walmart, and I usually just get a pack this big, 2 packs this big, and I leave like half of a pack in my locker, and then I just keep the rest in like a pencil bag or something. So yeah, these pencils are great. And then I have some study helpers. So I have these 2 tabs by Post-it, and just so I can like label, I know I use these labels a lot. So then in biology, so last year I would put these by like the definition of a word, and then if I'm going to study, I could just flip back and be like, oh, there's that word and this is what it means. And then these I like for English and just reading in textbooks, so you can like mark where you were or find like key points. You can just put them in there, you know, and flip through and find them really quickly and write little notes on them. So yeah. And then these from Avery, I got, I saw them, and they're actually full page tabs, and you can like, so then you can put them in your textbook and like highlight or write little notes on them all across the page, and I thought that was really, really awesome. I think I'm going to use these to death because I've never used them before, but I think they are super, super cool. And like back here, it actually shows that they have even bigger page ones, which is kind of cool. So yeah. So one of my absolute essentials for school is actually note cards. Flashcard note cards, they are amazing. So these ones are actually bigger than I usually get, but this is 300 count, and they're from Oxford, and I got these at Office Depot. Everything else I had gotten at Walmart. And these are from Office Depot, and I like absolutely love flashcards because you can just like flip through them really quickly, and you have to write all the information down, which triggers the part of your brain that helps you remember, and it's just really good for memory and studying. And flashcards are definitely a big recommendation for me. You'll always see me with flashcards, up there in my closet, I have a whole shoebox full of flashcards from last year. That's how much I use them. And they're just really useful. And you can use them up, if you use them on like tests during the semester, then at the end you can use them on the final to help you study for the final. And it's just really, really helpful. And then I got these graph paper sticky notes from Avery, and I just thought they were cool, and I don't know what exactly I'm going to use them for, probably not math or anything, but maybe just doodling or, you know, having fun. And I am really serious in school. I take school very, very seriously, and these, you know, sometimes I do goof off, so they'll be fun to like doodle on. But if you do goof off, make sure that you know what they're doing whenever you're goofing off, and make sure you aren't getting in trouble, because first of all, make friends with your teacher, and make sure, like, be respectful to them. Definitely never be disrespectful to a teacher. But, you know, if you do kind of goof off, just make sure that you get back on track quickly, because, I mean, I'm not saying it's okay to do all the time, but it is okay to let loose once in a while. Just make sure you aren't getting in trouble, you know. And then I have this expandable folder that I got to put important papers in. I usually keep some important papers in my planner, which I'm going to show you, but I decided this year that I thought I'd get this for important papers, or maybe my writing papers, because I do keep everything that I write, because I do love writing, and that's what I want to do when I get older. I want to be a political analyst or like a journalist about politics. And so I do keep all my writing, so I thought maybe I'd keep it in here. And I don't know, it's just really nice. And maybe like keep important class papers in here. So yeah, I thought it'd help me keep organized. And I am a very organized person. My mom calls me anal, because I am very particular about organization, which you will see with these. So these are my notebooks, or binders, notebooks, and folders. And I believe in color coding. Color coding in high school is key, because it keeps you organized, at least in my opinion, because it keeps you organized. And it helps things go quickly, and if you have a specific color for that class, you can just pull that binder out and be like, oh, here's the color for this class, I'm good to go. So yeah, I suggest getting a binder like this for every class. Even if it's not required, which most of my classes require them, but even if it's not required, just get these, because they're really helpful to keep you safe, keep you organized. So this is blue, and it is an Avery durable, which I did buy the wrong ones. Usually I just like the economy binders with the round rings. These have the D rings, which I find a little more difficult, but they'll be durable, and I like that. And I do always get the clear pocket, because I'll show you like how I label and stuff later whenever I actually get into school. So this is what I have, just like a blue folder from 5 Star. I love these folders, have the prongs to put like return to work in them and everything, and then have these little pockets and page protectors. And I always put my homework for the night in this, and I just pull it out of my binder, put it in my backpack. Then I don't have to take the whole binder home, unless of course I need to. And so then I just have my homework in my binder, and I'll show you where I keep my folders in my backpack. It's pretty cool. And so, and then I have a notebook, and I usually do solid colors, but I got convinced by my mom to do patterns this year, so, you know. And then, I do have 5 count tabs in all of these. So then you can put like your warm-ups for the class, if you do warm-ups. Not all classes do warm-ups. Returned papers, notes or handouts, quizzes and tests. That's how I always do it. So yeah, and they always have a pocket like right here. So yeah, and I thought I'd show you all my colors, because I love showing colors because they're pretty. And then I have my red one, just red binder, red folder, notebook. So, and then my favorite is black. This is my favorite one. I love black and white, so this is really cool. And then black folder and this pretty notebook. So yeah. And I will label all of these. I put my name, my subject and period right here, and then my teacher down here. So, and then pink, which I always use pink and turquoise for my favorite classes, but the black might be a close third here this year. So, which in my favorite classes are usually like history and English, so we'll see. So pink folder, pink notebook. This counts as pink, right? It has pink down the middle, I think so. Okay, and then turquoise, which this one isn't a durable, but I couldn't find any turquoise that were durable, so I just got this one. So lighter blue, this is more of like a royal blue, and I don't have a folder for this one because somehow I got home without a folder for this one. And then this notebook, so yeah. And this one is more like of a royal blue, and the other one was darker blue, so I'll be able to like tell which is for which. So, and then I have my purple. So yeah, and then and then I have filler paper for all my binders. And also in my binders was reinforced filler paper. Reinforced is really helpful, so then it doesn't rip and it looks nice whenever you turn it in. And then if you put your papers back in your binder, it stays in there and doesn't rip, and you don't have papers falling everywhere. So yeah, this is really nice. Okay, now on to the important things. Backpack and planner. So my planner. If you want to do well in high school, I suggest you get a planner. And it can be like a spiral one, it can be whatever. And I realize it's usually fun to buy new planners every year, but I kind of wanted a leather one that wouldn't rip, because last year I got a spiral one at the beginning of the year, and the spirals came out towards the end of the semester, and I was like, well, that was useless. And so I did ask for a leather one for Christmas, and this is what I got. And so it does have the closer, magnetic closer, and then the papers don't rip, and it's just really nice. And so usually I do keep a marker pen in here, like in the little pin slot, but it has a pocket right here for just like important papers or whatever you want to put in there. Then you open it, it has two pockets right here, and I do keep my class schedule and other things, and I do carry my planner around with me everywhere, just so then if I have dates even outside of school, I can just pull out my planner and write them down, because I do check my planner every day. And then this is just a receipt that I had, and so you open it up and it has like a hard plastic cover right here covering all the papers, and this is by Mead. Which seems to be a theme with me, because I get all 5-star everything. Those notebooks were 5-star. 5-star is the best. Mead is the best in my opinion. And so this does have like the names, like the months on the side tabs. So yeah, and so I do write down everything from homework to projects, and like on here I put math, English, Spanish, bio, history, and I put everything, and then as I complete that homework for the night, I just check it off. And then like this, I do put personal stuff in here, like Sandy's birthday, and sometimes I do put, I'm a big Denver Broncos fan, so I always put like Broncos game at 6 o'clock on Sundays. And then it does have months in here, and so I put like dates for like I put Mary's birthday, my birthday, when I got my permit, Kylie's birthday, and then it says spring break, and then it has all the birthdays. And then I usually, if I have like a test on this day, I'll put test, or if I have something due, I'll be like essay on the 20th, you know, just to keep me straight. And I do use this during the summer. I use it all the time. And I always just write down like what I had done this month. So like right here it says I got my braces off, and my cousin had a baby, and that day he was born, and yeah. And so let's go to this week. So this week I have this little thing that comes with it just to like mark my page. And I put like Haley is coming over on this day, and then I have to do some history, and then I have to email a teacher, and then I had orientation today, and then I have a dentist and orthodontist appointment tomorrow. So it just keeps you really organized and straight. And then back here in the back, it's like a phone book back here, or like address book, and so yeah, those are back here in the back. And then business card holder, and I do keep business cards. I have like a guy from Troy University who's a journalism professor, a hairstylist, another business card, and then like my counselor. And then it does have a pocket back here that you can put whatever you want in it. So that is my planner. Like I said, planners are key. like, if you want to do really well in school, you get a planner because it keeps you extremely organized and it keeps you on your toes. And you can always use like your phone, calendar, where it can give you alerts and everything, but I just prefer to write it down because I like that kind of thing. So I like stationary stuff. So yeah, planner. Okay, now finally I have my backpack. This is my backpack. It is by Dankin. I got it at Zoomies last year. I used it all last year, and I just love this backpack. And I'm going to use it all 4 years of high school, hopefully. Maybe not senior year. I kind of want to just get a bag for senior year because that's when I'll have the least classes. But in the front, it just has a deep pocket. This is usually where I keep a pen and a pencil, and then I can just open it up and grab them out right there. And then right here, it has a deep pocket, and that's where I keep a ruler and my planner. And then right here, it has extra space for like pens and pencils and then whatever you want to put, like your phone or whatever you want to put in here, which I usually carry around a purse too, but you can put it in there. And then in here I put gum or medicine, since you're not supposed to have it. I do put like Advil and stuff in there just in case. And then this has a deep pocket, the main pocket, and it fits all of my binders and stuff. And then, and here's where I put my folders. I keep all of those folders in here because I'll always have them with me. If I want to work on homework early or something, I can just pull them out, and I know wherever all of my folders are and my homework is and my projects are, and they're all in here. And then it has a pocket up here where I keep my USB, which is another key thing for high school, because you can transfer stuff from school to home, and you can always have stuff with you. All of your computer stuff with you, like your writing, and then I just keep some hair ties. And then in this side, it zips out into a water bottle holder, and then this side is just a pocket. So yeah, and it's really heavy duty and really nice. And I guess there is one thing I forgot, and that's my pencil bag. And so it's it's actually a makeup bag, and it's by Contents from Target. And it's really nice and sturdy. And I used to carry around, last year I carried around a Cars pencil bag, and I had this one, but I think I'm going to carry on this one this year. So in it I have 2 Sharpies. This is what it looks like. And I have 2 Sharpies. I have one of these pens, which I don't use too often. And then I have highlighters. Highlighters are another key thing, and I use them for like English and science and really all my classes, because you usually always have to do at least a little highlighting in all your classes, and they're really cute. They have like patterns on them, but I got these at the end of last year because I got to do my last essay in English and all of my highlighters were kaput, dried out, so I went and got new ones. So yeah, and they're really cute, and I do label them for English, and this one like says theme, and this one says symbol, and this one says figurative language, and then this one says imagery. So yeah, because we have to do these things called dialectical journals. And so yeah, and so then I got this. I always have glue with me, and then colored pencils. Oh, and a Toy Story 3 pencil. Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. So yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much all of my school supplies, and I will do more of like organization videos, how to organize all your stuff later on whenever I actually get back to school and I have all my stuff organized. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe I gave you a few tips, I don't know. But yeah, and I make these videos because I really enjoy watching the school supplies hauls and like organization tips, and I am really good at it, so I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks, have a nice day.